Getting through it. Oh.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? From A2F, it's Luis Luna, and you're watching Hot Topic, a show with hot questions and even hotter ramen. Today we're joined by former MESA Court RA, Leslie Escalante, and former Middle Earth RA, Ryan Walsh. Ryan and Leslie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
So we want to know more about you guys. So do you guys have any funny stories from your whole life as an RA?
Well, for me, I had a couple floods, but I think the funniest had to be the first flood. So it happened around like 2 a.m. Somehow, some way, the fire sprinkler sort of like broke, and apparently those fire sprinklers can shoot out 100 gallons of water per minute.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah, it was a lot of water. It completely flooded the whole first floor. And basically all the residents had to move out, and they had to like redo all the carpet. And yeah, it was just not really so funny, but just, I guess now we can laugh about it.
Sounds like a little damage.
Yeah.
That water, I know from like the sprinkler water, it's literally just, it's stagnant, disgusting water that's just been sitting there like
Gross.
for years. Just, it doesn't go anywhere. So like when it just gets released, like that's not even clean water. It's just nasty water all over the hall.
Yeah.
So, I didn't have an unfortunate story like that one. But I guess more of a funny story. Like one of my residents, he was just like, I don't know why, but he ordered like worms or live critters. So like this package came into the housing office, and it says live critters on the label of it. And so of course like my housing supervisor wanted to ask like, oh, what is your resident ordering? Because we don't, like housing policy is you can only really have like a fish. You can't really have any other live animals. So he's concerned like he's feeding something in his dorm.
There's something living in his room.
Yeah, there's something living in his room, it seems like. He's feeding that thing. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll ask my resident, like, why are you buying this? So I asked my resident, and he gave me a very honest answer. He was just like, yeah, I have a planetarium. So he had like this nice glass box, and then basically like, it just had a ton of plants in it. And so he says like, okay, the live critters are for like fertilizing and whatnot. I didn't really know much about planetariums, but like I was like, okay, that makes sense to me, I guess. And I saw it too. I was like, can I see the planetarium itself? Because I want to make sure there's nothing in it. And so I go to his room and he shows it to me, and it's exactly just a bunch of plants. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we'll give you the package, whatnot. There's no problems here.
Sweet.
And right as I'm about to leave the room, he says, hey, do you want to see my scorpion? I was like, what? Your what? He's like, my scorpion. I'm like, all right, yeah. Do you have a scorpion? He's like, yes, I have a scorpion. And so he's like, it's right behind this rock right here. And it was a huge scorpion, like right in there. And I was like, dude, like, why did you tell me this? Like, you're not allowed to have live animals like, or insects like that, like in the dorm. Especially if you take it out, like, I don't know, it could get some of your roommates. So then I was just like, all right, I'm gonna have to like write you up on this, but I really don't want to. So I'm gonna let it slide, but can you just take it home on the weekend and whatnot? He's like, okay, sure. And I was just like, man, like he could have just stopped at the plants. He didn't have to tell me there's a scorpion in there. And so.
But he was nice. He wanted to show you the scorpion.
Yeah, he was a very honest resident.
So I know there's a lot of freshmen who are trying to figure out where they're going to live. We also know that you have to decide by June 1st. The two of the main communities that you can live on are MESA Court and Middle Earth. So we're going to go ahead and ask you two a bunch of questions that are going to fall in different categories to determine what is the best community that they can live on. It's a Middle versus MESA showdown. The 5 categories are aesthetics, accessibility, dining, community culture, and facilities. But since this is hot topic, we're going to make things a bit heated. So for each category that I have just mentioned before, if any of you loses in the argument, you're gonna have to eat a little bit of your very spicy ramen. We will have our filming crew decide which community wins, since neither of them have lived in these communities to give us much of an unbiased opinion. Alright, let's get started. So for the first category, we're gonna do aesthetics. So Ryan, can you talk about what Middle can offer to us in this category?
I would say Middle Earth They have cool fandom. Like all the halls are named after Lord of the Rings. That whole series, like book, film series. And so it's either from like characters or places in, we call it Middle Earth is actually like the realm that Lord of the Rings is set in. Also, yeah, I mean, compared to MESA, like MESA has a lot of, I'm speaking for her now, but I feel like MESA doesn't really have a naming convention. It's just, there's not really much background to it. I don't know if you could say more to that, but the only background I really know is that your hall was called Ondas, which is wave in Spanish. And it's very fitting because you had a lot of floods, you know. So.
You know what? It's okay. Naming is not even that important. I mean, it doesn't really matter because what matters is how it looks. And like hands down, Mesa looks better. You could just tell by the outside there's so many trees and so much green, and often people walk their dogs. If you like dogs, you can like pet them. A lot of people just like walking around. I don't know if you could say the same about Middle Earth. There's like, I don't know. Do you have any trees or any like?
All right, we have trees. We don't have fields or like as big spaces as Mesa. I'll give you that. I do have to say, like, basically the campus is one big ring that people walk on, and the towers is like right on that ring. So basically they'll be like, oh, Middle's really cool because like it's right there, kind of thing.
Yeah,
so.
but then that's just hiding what's behind it, which isn't.
And Mesa got for best aesthetic. So Ryan, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to start eating your spicy ramen.
You're kidding me. Okay. So like a full mouthful?
Yeah, just just grab a little bit and just flavor it,
Dude.
savor it.
Like the juice.
Yeah, just make sure to.
Okay, is this like a big enough? Wait.
Oh, there's actually a lot of hot sauce in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
Okay, like this much?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I have no idea how spicy this is. This is gonna like kill me.
It's pretty good.
All right. It's getting worse.
All right.
It's okay. It's
There you
okay.
go. We think about you guys.
Oh, I'm lactose.
Oh, they won't even save you.
Okay, so it's not as spicy.
It's not too bad.
All right. Well, let me bring one of my crew guys over here.
Wait, what? Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way.
I just put a little more.
Oh shoot!
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So this should help you a little bit, right?
I shouldn't have said anything. Okay.
All right. So for our second category, we're gonna be talking about accessibility. So Leslie, can you talk to us about accessibility?
Yeah, so Mesa Core is pretty close to the campus. All you have to do is just walk across the bridge and you're in Mesa. And I like it personally because you're kind of outside of campus, but you're still included. So if you ever want to get away from school, you could just walk across the bridge and it really feels like home.
What do you think about that, right?
It's not bad. But I think Middle's way closer. I mean, Middle's literally just on campus. So there's no bridge in between. You're right on Ring Road. The School of ICS, engineering, business, social sciences, they're all around that area. And even if you're not within that major, nothing will top around 10 minutes to get to any of the major schools around that ring, because really it just takes 10 minutes to get across the park.
All right, the results are in, and it seems that Middle Earth has better accessibility. I mean, after all,
Easy.
Come on. I remember being a freshman and having to wake up for my 8 a.m. classes. I could just wake up at 7:50 and still make it on time.
It's true.
Pretty clutch. Pretty good.
True.
You could do that too in Mesa, you just gotta run.
You just gotta run.
You gotta
I guess it'll
run.
wake you up, but I don't know.
So-
It's nice just rolling out
Are
and
you
going
sure?
fast.
Yeah. So sorry,
The crew
Leslie.
has
The crew has
spoken.
spoken.
The crew has spoken.
Yes, yeah. I mean, technically it's gonna get worse and worse because she has no meal, so she doesn't get breaks in between, right?
There's no breaks.
Yeah, there's no breaks.
You're gonna lose the rest, so there's no breaks, so you might as well get used to it. Hi guys, again, we're a Christian club on campus called Acts 2 Fellowship, and I hope you liked our friendly competition.
If you want to check out more of our content, feel free to subscribe to our channel and don't be afraid to press that like button. Hopefully this was helpful. We'll see you next time.
Bye.